We're working in-depth coverage at 6:30. Brett Smiley announced today that he'll be leaving his job in City Hall to become Chief of Staff to Governor Gina Raimondo. Smiley has served as the capital city's chief operating officer since Mayor Jorge Elorza took office in 2015, and he's widely credited with developing a strong relationship with the city council.
He helped the administration navigate two city budgets, negotiated a standardized tax break policy on the 195 land, and was considered a driving force in arranging the deal with state leaders around the proposed $20 million bond to fund Provport's expansion. He's also played a leading role in labor negotiations.
And for more in-depth coverage on this story, I'm joined by WPRI.com reporter Dan McGowan. Dan, thanks for being with us. You've been working this story all day long. So Brett Smiley doesn't have experience working in state government. So is this a big deal that he got this job, and why was he qualified for it?
You know, I think the biggest reason he was qualified for it was because the governor was really looking for somebody who has experience within government, not necessarily working in government, but working with politicians. And this is a guy who has he ran a campaign for governor. He's obviously worked in sort of a governmental capacity in City Hall, and I think that was the big thing. Remember, her previous chief of staff, Steve Newman, came from outside of Rhode Island and really struggled to build relationships. People liked him, but he wasn't a Rhode Islander, and I think Brett's going to have that sort of a leg up there.
And she's had enough PR problems with people on her staff not being from the area,
right, yeah.
So this is a plus for her. Now, not so much of a plus for Mayor Elorza.
Right.
Brett Smiley was really considered his right-hand man.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, this is the guy who did everything in City Hall, managing the budget, being a business liaison to the business community, really managing political relationships. So this is a huge, huge loss for the mayor. It's gonna really scramble to replace him.
When we talk about a replacement, do you think it's going to happen fast? Do you think he has a list of people he could go to immediately to fill that spot?
From what I'm told, not so much yet. We know that Brett won't start his new job until September 6th, so right after Labor Day. So it gives some time, but they don't have a deep bench to dig into right now.
So it'll be interesting to see what the void is like for Mayor Elorza's administration and what this new addition means for Gina Raimondo's administration.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, and for more